You were taught that you need to master a bunch of complicated, even ridiculous techniques to make your dreams come true. Writing down positive thoughts for days, staring into a mirror repeating affirmations, creating vision boards, or doing the same meditation every morning. But no one told you this simple yet revolutionary truth. It's not about the techniques you use. It's about who you are. What shapes your reality is the state you carry inside. Your vibration or energetic frequency is far more powerful than your thoughts or words. You can tell the universe what you want, but the universe senses who you are, and it responds accordingly. That's why it's not what you want, but who you are that determines what you experience. Because you attract not what you wish for, but what matches who you are. Your external world is a reflection of your inner state, and what shapes this inner state most deeply is your subconscious. Those hidden mental programs that run your life daily, often without your awareness. Past beliefs, especially ones formed in childhood, control you without you realizing it. Feelings of inadequacy, unworthiness, or insecurity dictate your choices, reactions, and even the people who come into your life. When your conscious mind wants one thing, but your subconscious believes another, your reality always follows your subconscious. That's why you must shift, not just your thoughts, but your frequency, because it's not just what you think, but the energy you embody that creates reality. This isn't a metaphor, it's a natural law you're already living by, whether you realize it or not. Like a radio, you're tuned to a frequency, and whatever that frequency is, you attract events, emotions, and people that match it. Real transformation starts not with new techniques, but with awareness of your inner state. Change your inner state, and the world changes. Because the world you see is a mirror of yourself. Get ready, because I'm about to explain why certain things keep going wrong in your life, why you struggle to achieve what you want, and why it's not your fault, but why you now have the power to change it. Stay with me until the end. By the time this video is over, you'll know how to shift your inner frequency, reprogram your subconscious, and raise your vibration to transform your reality. And if this message already resonates with you, just type 777 in the comments. That'll be a powerful signal to the universe that you're ready for this journey. We all want more, a better life, deeper relationships, abundance, inner peace. It's natural to crave these things, but here's the secret. No matter where you are, you can always take the next step. You don't need to wait. You don't need more money, more time, or the perfect moment. All you need is to decide right now, in this moment, and take action aligned with that decision. Because what changes your reality isn't external circumstances, it's your internal frequency. Everything in your life corresponds to a vibrational level. Thoughts, feelings, beliefs, they all emit energy, like a radio signal, and your radio only picks up stations that match your frequency. To attract something at a higher level, you must first rise to that level yourself. But here's where we often go wrong. We say, once the kids graduate, then I'll start. Once I save more money, then I'll try. I'll do it when I feel ready. And life passes us by, because those thoughts reflect our current state. From our current frequency, we try to attract a higher vibration, but it doesn't work. You can't tune into an FM station on an AM frequency, no matter how badly you want it. If the frequencies don't align, the signal won't come through. That's why desires stay out of reach. Dreams get postponed and eventually fade. Your current state is like the baseline, the frequency you're on now. But the top line, that high vibration state, is where you want to be. That's where peace, confidence, and abundance exist. And to get there, you must first be there, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Whatever frequency you're on, that's what you attract. It's not about wanting, it's about matching. Remember, the universe holds everything right now. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. Every possibility already exists. You just need to align with the right frequency. Then doors you never noticed before will start to open. And there's one more thing to keep in mind. Your being here right now is the result of every step you've taken, every choice you've made in the past. Now you're at a new turning point that will shape the future. It's time to stop holding yourself back. Start seeing yourself as you want to be, even if you've never been there before, because this journey doesn't begin when you arrive. It begins right here. Maybe you've never been there before. Maybe that life still feels distant, even out of reach. But here's the key. Unless you make that shift in your mind, you'll never reach that level in your physical world. You must choose to live the life you imagine, not just observe it from a distance. Real change begins the moment you dare to envision yourself there. And one of the most important things is to recognize the state you're currently in. The simplest way to understand this is to honestly examine your thoughts and feelings. What do you believe about yourself? How do you view life? For example, do you feel worthy, loved, and secure? Then you're already on those frequencies. But if you feel unworthy, inadequate, or left out, your frequency matches those emotions. Thoughts and emotions aren't just reactions. They're also guides. They reflect the frequency you're in and can lift you up or pull you down. And here's the secret. You must start living as if you already have what you think you lack. You must feel its presence, not its absence. You must stay in that state and carry that energy within you. Because the moment your energy shifts, your reality begins to shift too. This is where certain techniques come in. Affirmations, visualization, meditation, writing exercises. These are just tools, but if you use them with a mindset of lack, they'll only push you further away. Because with each repetition, you send this message to your mind. This state doesn't exist within me, and every feeling of lack lowers your frequency even more. You should use these techniques to reinforce a state of being, not to mask a need. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am loved. When you say these words, you must generate not just the words but the feeling. Otherwise, they'll be empty echoes. But if you can summon that feeling, even a faint spark from within, you'll shift your energy in that moment, and the universe will begin to reflect your new state. Remember, this isn't pretending, this is being, and this state requires belief. That's why belief, or inner knowing, is the invisible yet most powerful part of manifestation. Because belief is being able to say, it's already happened, even when it's not yet visible. Knowing without seeing, feeling without touching, giving thanks without hesitation. This is what aligns the vibrations: gratitude, joy, happiness, and appreciation. These aren't just pleasant feelings, they're bridges that elevate your energy. They carry you faster toward the state you want to be in. At the same time, others' stories, testimonials, and successes can inspire you on this path. Because seeing someone else succeed sends a message to your subconscious. This is possible for me too. And in that moment, inner transformation begins. So how do you know you've truly changed your inner state? The answer lies not in what's happening in your life, but first in what's happening inside you. When you shift to a new frequency, the first thing that changes isn't the external world, it's your response to it. You'll notice you no longer react to the same events in the same way. The things that used to trigger you no longer bother you as much. Instead of reacting to minor setbacks, you feel a sense of calm within. This is a real sign your inner state is shifting, and this is exactly where the mind tries to revert to its old ways, because the subconscious pulls you back to the frequency it knows. This isn't you, it whispers. You feel out of place, because this isn't where you belong, it says, but recognize that voice. It's your old self resisting change. You don't belong there anymore, because you've set a higher standard for yourself now. And this new standard shows not just in your thoughts, but in your actions. You're no longer the person who puts yourself last. You no longer tolerate those who treat you poorly. Instead of wasting time with petty people, you turn to what truly nourishes you. Your thoughts grow clearer, your energy shifts, and the small things begin to change first. Opportunities that once passed you by start coming your way. The people you meet change. A natural connection forms with those on the same frequency. This is the universe's first response to your transformation. But remember, staying at this new frequency is just as important as reaching it, because the past still calls you back. Old habits, old beliefs, even old surroundings try to drag you down. And here, it's not willpower that matters, but choice. You must ask yourself, who have I chosen to be? And am I living as that person every day? Your inner state may not shift instantly, because your mind still clings to old patterns. But as you live a little closer to that new self each day, this state eventually becomes natural. That's when manifestation grows stronger, because it's no longer about wanting, it's about having. When you truly feel you have something, its reality becomes inevitable. Another key point, you must experience that state, not just mentally, but physically and emotionally. If your mind says I am happy, but your body is still tense, real change hasn't begun. If your mind says I am abundant, but you feel constricted inside, there's a mismatch. Your emotions must align with your words. In other words, you must live it, not just say it. This is where daily awareness matters. When you wake up, notice the energy you start your day with. Control your breath. Feel the tension in your body. Notice how you talk to yourself, because all of these things either raise or lower your frequency, and managing this is in your hands. Emotions are temporary, but understanding their source leads to profound change. Anger, resentment, fear. These aren't emotions to suppress, they're guides. Each carries the mark of a belief that pulls you away from your frequency. When you uncover and transform that belief, you free yourself from that emotion's grip, and you return to your high frequency. And perhaps the most important thing to remember in this process is consistency. It's not enough to reach a high frequency for just one day. You must make it a way of life, because what shifts reality isn't temporary excitement, it's steady transformation. If you tune into that frequency every day, it's only a matter of time before the universe aligns with you. That's why, on this journey, it's not just about technique. Intention, awareness, and personal responsibility are essential. The moment you choose who you are, the universe begins to reflect that choice. And remember, the greatest transformation doesn't happen outside of you, it starts within. Because life is a mirror that keeps showing you who you are. And one day, when it seems nothing has changed, you realize everything has. You walk the same streets, talk to the same people, look in the same mirror, but you no longer feel the same because your frequency has shifted. You now see life through different eyes. Things that once drained you no longer affect you. Situations that once made you feel small now help you grow. This awareness is the awakening of your true power. But this awareness doesn't come from thinking alone. It comes when you start living. It shows up in the smallest details of your daily life. How you think when you wake up, what you say to yourself in the mirror, how you feel when you spend money. As your relationship with life, with the universe, even with yourself, changes, so does your environment, because you no longer shape yourself by external conditions. External conditions adjust to your inner state. Time is no longer just something you wait out. It's a space that expands with you, shifting direction with your choices, and life is no longer something that happens to you. It's a process woven with your energy, moving alongside you. To experience this, all you need is to take small, deliberate steps every day. When you open your eyes in the morning, don't let your first thought be, another day like yesterday. Instead, ask yourself, who do I choose to be? Maybe you're not yet where you want to be, but are you in the energy of getting there? Focus on that, because the journey doesn't begin when you reach that state. It begins when you start feeling it. Today, while drinking your coffee, close your eyes for a moment and feel the life you've imagined. As if you were already there, quietly say, "Thank you," because gratitude is about stepping into the frequency of having, even before you do. These small moments open big doors, because the universe responds to that energy, always, no matter what. And yes, sometimes you'll stumble. Old beliefs will return. Old habits will knock. But you're no longer that person. You recognize them, but you know you don't belong. As you keep releasing your old self, you create space for your new reality. Transformation doesn't happen in one big leap, but through the small, steady choices you make each day. When you start feeling inner peace, when you're happy for no reason, when you sense a shift even though nothing seems different, that's when you've arrived. You're on a new frequency, and now the external world must respond to it. Because the universe doesn't just watch you, it detects the energy you emit and mirrors it back. There's no more waiting, no more holding back, because conditions aren't perfect, because you're already there. Your current state is enough, and when you act from it, reality begins to align. This isn't luck, it's physics. This law has been quietly observing you until now, and you've just begun to activate it. That's why today could be your day of decision. You don't have to hold back anymore, or downplay your energy, because everything starts within. Whatever lives inside you, your outer world reflects. When you live with this awareness, you step out of life's ordinary rhythm. Mornings feel different, people seem clearer, opportunities draw nearer, because you're no longer just seeing with your eyes, but with your frequency. And this vision is what will guide you to the life you've always wanted. Remember, what you vibrate, you attract. What you feel, you experience. Now be there energetically, not just in thought, and stay there. Because when you do, the world starts shifting with you. But here's a truth no one mentions. Raising your vibration isn't just about happiness. It's like touching the hidden codes of reality, rewriting an invisible energetic map that guides you daily. This map changes not just by feeling good, but by aligning your entire being with a new frequency. Your emotions, thoughts, even your body language together, they shape the new you. Because the universe responds not just to what you think, but to what you are. The thousands of thoughts in your mind only manifest when they become vibrational. This is where many go wrong. They believe affirmations, visualizations, or writing intentions are enough. But in truth, these only serve one purpose: vibrational alignment. Without it, they're just mental effort. Reality can't rise unless your frequency does. It's that simple, that profound. So what really changes reality? Not just your thoughts, but the frequency they operate on. Your mind feeds not just on information, but energy. If your frequency is low, your mind stays stuck in lack, insecurity, and fear. But as it rises, your mind opens like an antenna. Ideas flow, intuition speaks. Opportunities arrive before you even act, because the universe meets you where you are. Your energy is your signal. Your vibration is your call. So how do you start today? What's the first step to truly change your life? Maybe a decision to stop doubting yourself, waiting for others, or denying that everything you need is already within you. Waking up with this awareness could be the first morning of a new reality. Open not just your eyes, but your frequency. Ask, what am I radiating? Where is this energy taking me to change your reality? Master your inner vibration, not just rearrange the external world. The only thing you need to change your life. Master the art of energy. This isn't a practice, it's a way of being. It's awareness in every word, intention, breath, not just sometimes, but always. As you master this, life transforms from within. You become someone who consciously chooses their energy. You decide what to think, feel, and create. Then, life speaks to you through signs, synchronicities, insights, because you finally speak its language. And that language isn't words, it's vibration. If you've made it this far, you're just beginning. But you've already taken the most important step, remembering. Now, live it. Real magic works with energy, not knowledge. Your energy is your most powerful tool. All you must do is choose to wield it. So how do you start? The answer is simpler than you think. You don't need a grand plan or perfection. Just decide, I won't stay in the old energy anymore. In that moment, your vibration shifts. It's not just a feeling, it's who you are. Your energy broadcasts your truth in every moment. Whether you realize it or not, it's not your words, but your state. That signals your real frequency. To change your reality, first, shift your energy. Ask, what frequency am I on today? Your mind might try to answer, but your body already knows. Tightness, lightness, heaviness are all clues. The shift doesn't need drama, just minutes of conscious choice. When you wake up, before grabbing your phone, pause, close your eyes and say, today, I choose my energy. That simple intention aligns you. The universe responds to frequency, not wants, and frequency is lived, not spoken. Most seek instant results, raising their vibe for a day and expecting change. But energy demands consistency. Reality shifts slowly, but it starts the moment you do. Even if nothing seems different at first, stay with it. Your new vibration is felt. People react. Opportunities arise. Coincidences unfold. That's resonance, not luck. Yes, your old energy will tug at you. Your comfort zone will whisper, this isn't you, but you'll know better. Choose again. I no longer accept that thought. I choose alignment. Use reminders, a word, a breath, a bracelet to return to center. Remembering who you're becoming is how you stay there. If this resonates, drop a comment. I am in a high vibration. This isn't just words, it's a signal, a declaration, a choice. Feel it as you write it. Let this be the start of your new frequency. See you in the next timeline.